I got my whole life back, and I realized that I wanted you in it forever and always.
And what does that mean?
It means, will you marry me?
God damn. Yeah, okay, that's forward. We don't even get to see the answer. Yo, we can start celebrating it all, dude. The funeral, the marriage, man. Alright, what's up everybody? Guys, this is it. We are on Season 8, episode number 10 of Arrow. This episode is titled Fade Out, and it is of course going to be our series finale. It's legitimately crazy. I didn't expect to be put into this position, I will say at all, where I honestly feel like I don't have much of a clue what this finale is going to look like. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously we had our crossover not too long ago. I just came off of watching the penultimate episode, which kind of sets up a whole new, like, side of the story, if you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, yes, our characters got their memories back and stuff, and they realize very well what they've all been through, but we're back in 2040. It's a timeline that's changed from the original 2040 that we used to see, where a lot of characters didn't really know their original roles anymore, like Mia and like JJ, of course, even, who now has gotten his memories back, you know, and is gonna remember that he used to be the new Deathstroke and he had his little gang, and I guess he's gonna become sort of a final bad. At least that's for sure at this point to me. You know, that's something that, like, okay, I know at the very least, like, well, we're probably gonna be taking him out, I guess. But other than that, I mean, again, it leaves you kind of completely clueless as to what this finale is going to look like. I've been predicting for the longest, before the crossover even happened, that Oliver was going to die in the crossover and he was going to come back. He was going to have his, like, Jesus Christ type of resurrection moment. I don't really know whether that's in the cards anymore either. You know what I mean? The last episode didn't do it. Right? And you would always expect that, like, if they were to do it, yeah, they would have maybe done it by the end of the episode or something. Like, I really thought that the end of last episode, at the very least, even while watching it, even though watching it was a little bit of a weird experience because, like I said, it put us back in a different set of circumstances than we were used to. And for having just 2 episodes to go to resolve all this, that seems a little rushed almost, you know what I mean, to do that right now. I felt like now is not the time to do this. You know what I mean? And like I said, even during the episode, I was like, well, but by the end, it's all going to make sense. It's all going to make sense. And, like, I know exactly what this finale is going to look like. I still don't really know what it's going to look like, guys. And so that's the very, like I said, conflicting part about it, and why I don't feel ready to even have this discussion right now, kind of reflecting on the journey we've been through and things like that. Obviously, I always open my reactions with a little discussion part. So this would have been a great moment, I think, to kind of reflect on, of course, the journey. And I can still do that, and I will still do that, honestly, because this, I mean, Arrow to me has been one of the most fun experiences in terms of a reaction journey that I've been through. It's also been easily right now, I think, the longest. I don't think I've reacted to any show that was like 170 episodes. I looked it up. Other than, of course, The Flash, which I'm starting to get to that number, but it's funny because I started with The Flash, right? But obviously with Arrow, I very quickly came to find out that, like, oh, I probably should be watching this alongside The Flash for the crossovers and for the this and that. Yeah, and I started watching it at an increased pace. I started watching Arrow by about season 2, I think it was. Maybe it was even back in season 1 already that I started watching it literally 6 episodes a week. And so there was a time that I basically was watching 1 episode a day for this show, right? For like a good couple of seasons, a good 5-6 seasons or something, until I eventually caught up. And even then, I've been watching at a pretty fast pace, right? So I watched the entirety of this show in the span of a little over half a year, I think. Like 8-9 months, something like that. And like I said, it's been a pleasure. You know, I think that in terms of the Arrowverse, I mean, I started with The Flash and I really enjoyed that show, which got me to watch Arrow, but I fell in love with Arrow more than I did with The Flash even, right? Because these characters are so grounded and because they feel very real. They're, you know, even, like, especially Oliver, honestly. Like, I don't talk about Oliver enough because he's our main character, you know, and it's, I think, easier at times to simply talk about the side characters that you like. and people all know that, you know, well, people, I think, kind of know what my top 5, top 10 kind of looks like, right? But, well, top 3, top 5, yeah. Everybody knows I loved Quentin, I loved Thea, well, that would probably be my top 3, in all fairness, would be like Oliver, Quentin, and Thea. It was unfortunate to see with the both of them that they kind of left by about the end of season 6, I think, right? And yeah, that's the question. Are they both going to be coming back still in this final episode one more time in some type of form? I guess it's possible. I don't know if I should be expecting it. I don't want to have too many expectations. That's the thing. I really don't. I will say the only expectation that I have going into this is that I did see like the scores for the episodes on IMDb or whatever, and I saw that the last episode was rated quite poorly, which I guess in a certain sense I can understand. I still liked it though. I still liked the episode, but it was very conflicting and kind of confusing to suddenly have this as our new reality. You know what I mean? And it would have me a little worried about this series finale. I'm not going to lie. It would have me a little worried if I hadn't seen that the series finale had a super high rating. And that I think it's among the highest rated episodes of the show. So that already has kind of put me at ease, I will say, even though I have no idea what to expect other than that. But again, like that's what I'm very happy to know in advance, I will say. But like I said, it's been such a journey. I love how this show has been consistent all around. I enjoyed every season. Yes, some were worse than others. Season 4, I think, definitely was kind of the low point. And season 3 was okay. You know what I mean? Like, it started really strong, I remember. And I think it kind of got a little lackluster by the end of it. So, again, like, this show has had its down moments, I guess. I was surprised how much I enjoyed season 6 and 7, which everybody kind of talked about as being, like, low on their list. But to me, they were definitely better, I think, than both 3 and 4. And obviously seasons 1, 2, 5 were amazing. Season 8 here has just been a massive sort of nostalgia trip and kind of paying tribute to everything that's come before. All the characters we've met along the way. We've had such an amazing kind of through line. And I was going to talk about Oliver a little bit too, but like I said, it's easy to kind of not talk about him because Oliver he's our protagonist. Right? He's our protagonist. We see everything kind of almost through his eyes. Almost every scene has him in it and he's interacting with others. But I think Oliver, I grew very attached to also. And it's almost funny in a way. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm like necessarily very similar to him, but he's got this quieter, neutral approach that I really, really dig. Like, I really like that about him, that he always stays super flat. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he's not some explosive character. He's not, you know, super extroverted or something, right? Like, he always stays pretty timid. And I was surprised by that. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't expect that from a superhero main character, honestly, if you'd ask me. So, yeah, like I said, as a whole, it's been such a journey. And I loved every bit of it. You know what I mean? I love the creative storytelling also that they started doing in later seasons especially. Like, I really appreciate... I don't know if everybody else feels this way, but I really appreciated the future storyline that we started to get and the way it started to weave in things here and there. Maybe if I had to point out some criticisms, like, I would have wanted things to connect a little bit better or make a little bit more, like, sense or... You know what I mean? Like, this show never gives you... Well... I tend to be a bit of an overthinker, as everybody fucking knows, right? And a deep thinker and this and that, and that causes me to sometimes make connections that are completely out there, right? And, like, again, sometimes you want those things to start making sense eventually, and then they don't necessarily. And maybe it would have been, like, cooler to see, like, a future timeline that ultimately we still end up sort of leading up towards, and you start to see how the puzzle pieces fit together. But instead what they do is like, well, that's an alternative future, and the characters have come back now, and now they're going back to the future, but the future looks different again, and basically they can just change things up constantly, right? They don't have to always... And I mostly talk from the writer's perspective. They don't always have to write it in a way where it has to ultimately all make sense. You know what I mean? And that's, yeah, again, like, that's the one thing I guess that I could point out, you know, that I would have maybe liked to see differently or something. But other than that, this show has seen an amazing storyline. Maybe one more critique point now that I think about it that I can also think of is that sometimes certain choices for characters were made that I didn't really agree with or that I didn't maybe see the point of. Like, I still think it's a little weird how season 4 obviously was like hyping up Laurel's death massively already early on. I knew it was going to happen because of the Flash, unfortunately, at that time already. But like, when it happens, but then Laurel comes back almost immediately. I think it was season 5 she comes back in the form of course, Earth 2 Laurel, right? Black Siren. And it's like, so why did she have to die? You know what I mean? Like, okay, why not just stick with the original Laurel? Well, I guess there was no really where to go, but I do find some of these choices like odd sometimes. And also then how other characters just kind of like leave the scene. Again, I mean, I guess Quentin's death in hindsight makes more sense to me with how he always had these heart issues. And so the way that they wrote him to go out, again, I kind of tried to approach it from the writer's perspective. But like, yeah, it makes sense. But I also can't help but sometimes think that, there must have been other reasons behind the scenes for certain events, right? I know that in The Flash as well, with, for example, Patty, who was in like, 10 episodes or something, and they really built her up, and then she just up and leaves, and you find out that like, oh, she had some conflict with somebody behind the scenes, and, you know, they had to get rid of her, and then I found out through a patron that like, Thea wasn't really in the show much anymore since or after season 6 because she wanted essentially to be kind of written out of it. So again, it's like sometimes you can feel that. You can feel that the writers, are coming up with excuses for certain characters to have certain things happen to them, right? Yeah, again, that's as far as it goes. But I had expected, I'm not going to lie, I had expected so much worse. Like, so much worse. Because I went into both Arrow and The Flash with no expectations as a person that didn't think he was going to enjoy superhero stuff. Right? I've never really enjoyed superhero stuff. And I will say most of my superhero stuff has been limited to like some of the Marvel movies. A few of them, in all fairness. Which movies in general is kind of a medium where, you know, depth tends to be lacking anyway because movies are short. So maybe that's also the reason, I will say. But I don't know, I just never really expected like superhero shows to have storylines that would kind of captivate me, right? And I think that with The Flash, even though I've got a lot of praises to sing for The Flash as well, and especially the early seasons were really, really good. Really, really good, right? In terms of like even the writing and stuff back in season 1 and 2, fantastic. But that one definitely got worse over time, of course, right? Which people have been pointing out. 3, 4, and 5 were still more than decent, absolutely. Not as good as seasons 1 and 2. And then like now I'm kind of reaching season 6 and I can already see the direction this is going in. I just see it getting worse. And people especially have nothing good to say about 7, 8, and 9, I think. Unfortunately, but still gonna, you know, see if I'm, well, I think I'm gonna see it all through, I will say. But yeah, we'll see what that leads to. But with Arrow, I appreciate that I've been on board for the ride the entire way through. And it's been such an amazing journey. And it amazes me that, you know, some of you over on Patreon, who I want to really thank as well for having been here for all of it. Like, it amazes me that, you know, there's been a bunch of you that have just been watching me almost day in, day out as I've been reacting to both of these shows, but especially Arrow, which I, of course, have been watching at an increased pace, like I said, for the most part. So it's, yeah, I'm gonna miss it. And it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna get this phase. I've had it with a couple shows I've reacted to in the past already, was like full-on withdrawal, full-on coping. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. I used to be able to always have new episodes to look forward to, and it kind of became part of my routine, and it no longer will be. You know, and that's always, that can genuinely be a little, like, emotionally difficult. You know what I mean? And there will be other shows again to react to, and there will, you know, that's the great thing, is like there's so much content out there. Even of course in the Arrowverse, like you could start watching Supergirl, I could start watching Legends of Tomorrow, or like this soap, Batwoman, or Black Lightning, all these shows, right? Like, and I don't know whether they're good or not, but I'm just saying, like, you'll always find something to replace it eventually, but at the same time, yeah, it's gonna have a special place forever, right? And it's like, it's gonna be something, you know, like Oliver left behind a legacy. That's literally what, and I think it's so cool to be able to say that when that's also just like what the literal storyline of the show is, right? Especially right now at this stage where he has died and yeah, like all these characters are just kind of remembering him, and he is being remembered by the city. So I've been talking for 15 minutes here. I think, guys, we should just get started with the episode at hand, so I still have some energy left to actually react to it. For now, yeah, if you enjoy my reactions to the Arrowverse, of course, you can get early access to, you know, a bunch of episodes of The Flash still over on my Patreon page. I will not be reflecting on this episode in this particular reaction. I'll be reflecting on it over in some of the future The Flash episodes for sure, so you'll know about that, or maybe I'll put up a separate video maybe for that too. That's possible as well. Anyway, I'm sure that I'm going to be linking it over on Patreon or in the top comments if you're watching on YouTube or whatever. So go check all that out, guys. But for now, we are going to dive into this final episode of Arrow, which is called Fade Out. So here we go.
My name is Oliver Queen. After 5 years in hell, I returned home with only one goal: to save my city.
We're gonna go through it all one last time, dude.
I had become something else. I made the ultimate sacrifice.
You could also say no one.
And although I have become a specter, there is a part of me that will always be the Green Arrow.
So good, man. Oh, we got all the Arrow tips right there, all collected.
My children will live.
Wow. Her final speech.
Close your eyes, baby. No!
Why are we going back to this?
I'm truly sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how you're doing her a favor of stabbing her with a sword, though, instead of just shooting her in the head. Oh. What the fuck? You're gonna have to explain that one to me right now.
It's just such a strange thing to learn, that there's a whole other world, I guess.
Oh, this is a different Earth, Moira. I see. This is what happened in that circumstance.
That somehow he's the reason that everything changed. That the world we're living in right now is a kind of gift from him.
Oh, actually, so wait, is this just supposed to be our Earth 1 then, in that case? And, like, she even returned back to life? See, I don't know how that works anymore, because... Here we go again, guys, for the 1000th time, but, you know, let's do it one more time, I guess, right? But it's like, if one thing happens, then, you know, Oliver couldn't have saved the world. I mean, Oliver saved the world in a canon where Moira died, so how is it possible that he saved the world and it changed the canon and she's alive again, but he is still dead? Like, I don't know.
Not only Oliver's death, but what he leaves behind.
She's a SCPD captain, though. Did she return to it?
When I started this project, it was intended to explore the history and the pitfalls of vigilantism in Star City. I never thought this documentary would have to be retooled to be a memorial.
Wow. Yeah, it's like a new version that we're getting to see of the documentary.
He always said he would go it alone, and that the mission would never be over. I'm glad he was wrong about the first part. Heartbroken he was wrong about the second.
Thank you. That was very moving.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, man.
Okay, it wasn't a graveyard, because that was the thumbnail right there, I think. He was just recording in front of the camera, giving, you know, recounting his story.
When Oliver rebooted the universe, he fixed things. Ever since the crisis, crime in Star City disappeared overnight.
Yeah. So now we're like back in the current times, basically, with them still, right? Fair enough, but of course in the future we saw that criminal activity had basically almost completely vanished.
Come on, it's time.
Prochnost.
Always celebrating with a drink.
I don't know you speak Russian. No, that's what Oliver used to say every time we drank this stuff.
I don't think you quite pronounced it exactly right, though.
I plan on getting as drunk as humanly possible.
No, I mean after the funeral.
Couldn't the reset have brought us Laurel back too? Actual Laurel?
He's endorsing me to replace him.
As mayor?
No, as a bald guy with an attitude. Yeah, as mayor. What about you, D?
Lance, huh? You're telling me what I think you're telling me, right?
I just don't feel like this is over.
Yeah, you're not reading the same Comstat reports I am.
We're a month out of this crisis, Dinah, and there's tons that we don't know. What I do know is this. Though Oliver's gone, his mission is far from over.
Yeah, Diggle remains skeptical. I mean, and that's kind of my problem, right? But like, no matter how this ends, I feel like this is the type of show where like the mission is never over. You know what I mean? Like that's been the whole point throughout. Like, can there even be a real ending? Right? Like, I feel like things are kind of supposed to continue, if that makes sense, forever.
Well, you shouldn't be doing this alone.
You're not ready to go to the field, Diggle.
Yeah, well, when I signed on, I told you I was here to keep the body count low. That includes you.
This is supposed to be like a season 1 flashback, huh?
Company is a front. He's using his trucks to ferry a very different type of commodity.
Drugs?
People.
You ain't trapped.
Even worse.
The mission is never over.
Yep, I was saying that. And he was, in all fairness.
Survive.
Here we go again. Sungchen.
Hey. What the frack? I didn't mean to scare you. I meant
Sarah.
to time portal to your front door, but I guess I overshot the mark a bit.
Time portal?
Yeah, I'm a time traveler, remember?
I mean, presumably that's how you were, like, brought here too, right?
Why did you time travel here?
Because I'm here to take you to your father's funeral.
I'm guessing the legends have just been transporting people back and forth, right? But why was it that, like, Dinah talked about going to sleep and literally waking up here or something? Like, did they do her a favor or something? Or, I mean, she didn't ask for it, though, did she? I'm still not sure. Maybe she worded it a certain way that I didn't grasp the interpretation of or something.
Honestly, I should have tried that sooner. It's not that hard, actually.
That's because your arms are the size of telephone poles.
Literally.
You doing okay?
They're more impressive than all of us.
I'm nervous about the funeral. Yeah, you know, Thea's gonna be there.
Imagine both of Oliver's sisters would be there.
Kind of left Thea abruptly.
You're worried about an awkward reunion.
Wait, both of them. Wait. Don't tell me, Emiko actually is back too.
After fighting the Mirakuru soldiers and the Thanatos Guild, being your ex-girlfriend should be cake.
That's why I'm scared. I don't want her to be my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, shit. I was gonna say, I kind of want to see you two simply, you know, end this together. You know what I mean? I thought it was never gonna be a reality anymore, but this is definitely hinting at it.
So once Felicity get to town?
I don't know if she's coming.
It's her husband's funeral, man.
Which is exactly why I think she might miss it.
Dude, if you fucking tell me... Look, I don't want to have these expectations, right? And I don't even want to say it out loud because I'm just going to look like an idiot. And if I'm wrong, I shouldn't be bringing this up. But, like, tell me Oliver shows up to his own funeral. That'd be fucking insane.
I don't think you really want me there.
No, thanks for finally getting my point.
I don't think you want me there because you're afraid I will stop you from committing cold-blooded murder.
Oh. That's how he used to roll.
Killing him is justice.
But at what cost? You say your mission will never end. Well, trust me, it will end a lot sooner if you lose who you are.
Diggle was always here looking out for him.
Mia?
Don't worry, the monitor didn't drop me off because there's another crisis coming.
Still doesn't explain what you're doing here.
Yeah, why would you jump behind the desk, though?
Sorry, when Sarah dropped me off, she gave me this whole lecture about not telling people about the future. So, a few weeks before Sarah showed up, something happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, we can't end things just here, like nothing. Hey, exactly. They took William too. Almost forgot about that. Yeah, and what about JJ? Is he just gonna time travel back too? Wouldn't shock me.
What's this?
Your mother's Archer protocol scans news stations for certain keywords.
What? Is she giving a secret message?
Oliver Queen was abducted tonight in his hometown of Central City.
Now he was even abducted here, dude.
Have been unable to confirm any suspects in the kidnapping.
Well, it was probably JJ too in that case, right? Actually, we don't even know. We don't even know that it was JJ. Well, I don't think it was. Well, yeah, that's the thing. There's also. Well, fuck, dude. Jesus Christ. Might Felicity have just simply been responsible for it herself or something? Obviously, they talked about some woman. The Trevor guy talked about some woman he was working for. Yeah, I mean, it could have been them two that took William, of course, right?
Ollie's just passed away and William's been kidnapped, so as far as apologies go, your timing's a little not great.
Focus on the mission.
Tell that to William when we get him back.
We will get him back. But John William was kidnapped outside of Star City.
Yeah, how can you prepare for a funeral now at this point?
I asked her to check on her.
I haven't seen this many people down here in a while.
Haven't seen Felicity in a while. She was like, that's the other thing. She was like practically gone for the entire season, right? Supposed to be in that cabin, of course, before, but...
It's almost like a party.
Yeah, it's not actually not exactly great to see her here, because that confirms that she has nothing to do with the abduction of William, I guess. I was kind of hoping it was simply her, for a certain reason.
Fortunately, when Willie moves to Central City, his overbearing stepmom implanted a subdermal tracking device into, which went dark as soon as he re-entered Star City.
Well, that's convenient, at least.
1 second as I work up a statistically correlated.
Holy fuck, dude. Is that Rory? Rory's here?
That is a very long list.
Which is exactly why we called everyone.
I hadn't even noticed him.
This is our most important mission. Suit up.
So good.
What was the next place on Felicity's list?
Cord Industries.
All right, well, let's go.
Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Man desperately wants to have that conversation. I can't blame him. In all fairness, even if this mission is done, like, there is never a good time to talk about this, so you might as well get it out of the way.
You're sorry,
I never told you why I left.
and you don't need to.
To protect her, I guess.
You know, I got my whole life back, and I realized that I wanted you in it forever and always.
So then why did you run?
And what does that mean?
It means, will you marry me?
God damn. Yeah, okay, that's forward. We don't even get to see the answer. Yo, we can start celebrating it all, dude. The funeral, the marriage, man. Have it all happen at once, I guess.
Nice. I would have fired some shots in the air.
I guess the good news of this new reality is that the suit works again.
Damn it! What?
He's not here.
Curtis said there's a bunch of places he could still be.
We need to find him.
We will.
We have to find him, Johnny.
We will, Lila. Are you okay?
Tell me he's not even been abducted by anybody bad or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what's going on here. Is that it? Is that him?
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I can't tell what that is.
Who are you?
You're wearing his hood. You should know.
Well, was he one of those guys on the list? Is that John Byrne or something? God damn, dude. Holy shit, yo. Pick your killing method already, my guy. Drowning, penetrating. Jesus Christ, ramming his head into a pipe. Damn, so violent. Yeah, that's how he used to roll. I'm guessing it was all to get to that one guy that we just saw who had William, huh? Dials coming off. Yeah, we're literally getting one of the coolest fight sequences we've seen in this whole show. Just a reminder that Oliver was absolutely badass. Oh shit. You might need somebody else to show up. Okay. Oh my god. Yep, there he is.
You stay back!
He actually, I mean, yeah, he was John Byrne. He actually let him go, I guess, right? Well, at least he escaped, seemingly.
You have failed this city.
Wow.
Let him go!
That was such an amazing sequence, dude. Just doing it one more time, you know, giving you a reminder, like I said, of what it used to be like. Fucking hell.
My whole life ended right here.
I don't care. Final warning.
It's the same location.
I should put this arrow in you right now.
Do it! After 8 years in prison, I got nothing left to live for anyway!
Yeah. Yeah, he wants a death by vigilante. You shouldn't do it either, though. Yeah, you know you shouldn't.
Oliver Queen didn't kill you.
Exactly.
Then neither will I.
Exactly.
But your ass is going back to prison.
You know, he just had to look for a different method. Listen, if he wants to go, he wants to go, right? But, you know, you don't have to put that on us.
Must be a lot to take in. Yeah, that's the understatement of the moment.
She actually right. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude, didn't even grasp that. She hadn't even seen her like this.
You want to meet her? I don't know. She might be here, but she's also at home, waiting for me.
Yeah, thankfully things have never gotten that confusing where we actually saw, like, future people meet their older selves. Well, younger selves, but you get what I'm saying.
There you go. Don't use just your arm. Power's coming from your hips. Get real good at that, and maybe I'll eventually take you out in the field.
Murn didn't really have a good night, did he?
He had a better night than you think. He's being arraigned in the morning.
Yeah, Diggle actually expected him to be dead at this point, huh? He wouldn't have expected Oliver to leave him alive, but he did have that good influence on him.
Let's consider Mr. John Byrne to be proof of concept.
I mean, he was a human trafficker, though. You'd figure out of all of them, he would have been up there, if some people still qualified.
If I never stole your purse, then I never would have met you. And even if you do say no to my proposal, which I really hope you don't.
She hasn't even given him an answer yet. She went like, I'll have to think about that.
I will marry you, Roy Harper.
Yeah, are we gonna get to see that too?
Do you have a second to talk?
Want to step into not my office?
It's crazy to realize that we are gonna end things basically in a new universe where he does actually, get to be alive.
So, what's up?
It's about Oliver. Well, not exactly him, but who his sacrifice brought back.
Like me?
And Tommy, and Moira.
Tommy too? Everybody.
But not me. The other me.
That's exactly what I was saying. I mean, it would have been a little weird seeing two of you, I guess, but...
You're Laurel.
Look, we don't exactly know the rules of this whole resurrection thing.
Yes, we do. You're all of the people who Oliver would have wanted his sacrifice to bring back.
Yeah, she probably blames herself. She feels guilty about that now. It's like she shouldn't be here, but other one should.
She would have been on that list too, if it wasn't for me. Oliver's death, it fixed everything else. Why didn't it fix this too?
Because, sweetheart, there is nothing about you that needed to be fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I shouldn't be saying because we got a better Laurel in return or something. That would have sounded, yeah, a little disrespectful actually. But no, obviously they got you and they're very happy about that, and I wouldn't want to trade you in. You know.
I'd like to think that somehow, some way, you're still here.
I drink to that.
As long as it's no more of that god-awful vodka.
Okay, cool. So you're moving on. So
well,
what's next for you?
That's the thing, right? Like, technically, he is still... he has literally turned into some kind of fucking godly presence, is almost what we're saying, right? As this specter. Like, he actually decided all these characters could come back. It was him, literally, who was responsible for that, right?
There's no point being police in a safe city. And there are lots of cities that still need saving.
Damn. And here I am getting to be elected in a few months, and you guys decide to move away.
I mean, there won't be many hard decisions to make as a mayor, though.
I'm gonna miss this place.
We all will.
Wow. Everything has got such weight behind it. I love it, man.
I hated Oliver Queen. I blamed him for the death of my youngest daughter. I interrogated him. I hunted him. Persecuted him. I've never been more wrong in my life.
Yeah, maybe just skip to the working together part.
He was an honorable person. The fact that he didn't start out that way makes him, in my book, even more honorable. He stands as a reminder to all of us that anyone can change.
This is where they unveil the statue and stuff, the same statue where William got taken in the future, right?
So will this.
We saw it already. Yeah. I love how they got him like even looking down, right? Which is interesting because he was like looking on as William got taken there.
I think that Oliver could only change the things that didn't change him. And if not for your father and what he did for Oliver, your brother would never have become the man that he was.
Yeah, it was kind of the origin point, right? But obviously all these other characters also changed Oliver, you could very much argue. They still affected him, you know?
I still can't believe Ollie's really gone.
Yes, she is.
Oliver told me a lot about you. I'm sorry that it took something like this for us to finally meet.
Yes. Emiko, you are welcome here anytime.
It's funny how that works, but that's actually how it tends to, you know, happen quite often.
So you're from another Earth, is that it?
I know, it's a lot to take in.
Maybe you guys could still, you know, start dating again.
Laurel of, well, this Earth. She was my wife.
So
look at him looking away. I don't want to suggest anything, but you know, you might want to consider it.
Strange enough to blow the curve. There's something nice about it too.
My condolences on your husband's passing.
I had our marriage erased.
Your husband's passing. Yeah, still, yeah. It would be hilarious for Nissus to still call him her husband.
Our marriage was father's perverse joke, meant to torment me.
Our father only ever meant for you to have a normal life.
You still had appreciation, though, Nisa.
Thank you for coming. There's nowhere else I'd be. Sarah, this is my sister, Talia.
Hi. Hello.
Talia, this is Sarah, my beloved.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they were literally supposed to have had a thing, right? I actually wonder about that, because obviously I don't think, you know, as Sarah joined the Legends, that she ever got back together with Nisa or something.
You met your father.
He trained me. He taught me to be a hero. How to be like him.
I can tell you're a lot like him.
I can only hope.
Just met the both of them now.
Felicity.
Oh, very. Of course.
I'm so sorry.
Of course he'd show up here.
Every day I'm tortured with the thought that I could have done more. Should have done more.
No. You did everything that you could, Barry.
How could you know that?
This is such an amazing episode, because it's just one massive, like, it's a remembrance, but it's also a family gathering, dude. It's like everybody's here. It's so, dude, how'd they come up with this? It's so good. They just gave that man 5 seconds of screen time, but it's all he needs.
I'm so sorry.
Kara.
There is nobody down there, no? No.
Hey, you know what they say, Anatoly, you know, no body. You never know.
I think that Oliver would have been worried that I'd say something tactless anyways, so.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Barry, you always know what to say.
Meaningless. Should be you.
They want Dale to do the speech.
The Oliver that I met 8 years ago is not the one that we say goodbye to today. Oliver always told me that in order to save his city, he had to become someone else. He had to become something else. Today, I realized that meant becoming a better man.
Yeah.
The best man he knew how to be.
Well, and it required making a sacrifice, literally.
Inspired all of us here. I was his brother, and Oliver Queen was mine.
Damn. This was the thumbnail, actually.
But how? What twists and turns it will take, I can't say.
Well, listen, fingers crossed that your current selection of kids is how it stays. You know what I mean? You definitely don't want any more changes there.
Except to say, expect the unexpected.
Oh no. Oh no. What the fuck is this coming in right now? Expect the unexpected. You are not telling me this is what I think is gonna be. I don't want to have these high hopes. You know, I really don't.
Maybe even beyond that.
Dude. Fuck off.
Because if the past 8 years has shown us anything, it's that this universe is far bigger than any of us.
What's this? Oh, shit. What, did he just send a little gift or something? A little sign? Wow.
There is no return.
I have waited a very long time to see you.
So, okay, so this is still happening like this.
I'm ready.
She is literally gonna meet him in heaven. That's funny, actually, now that I think about it, but like the one character that I am still, in a way, missing at that funeral would actually be, but I mean, I get that it doesn't really count. Actually, there's two I can think of now. Now I'm thinking of Walter, actually. Would have loved to see Walter one more time. Unfortunately, we didn't. But Malcolm was actually the other one, which I mean, I know Malcolm is a villain, right? So it wouldn't have really fitted, I guess, but he kind of deserves it. You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, maybe it's for the better that we didn't bring him back, because this, you know, this world couldn't have moved on, you know, without any, like, reservations.
Hi.
Explain that one to me. Why would she be seeing you here when in the future she literally goes to see you? Or when exactly is this? Is this before the crossover? Oh, it is. He's still got the shorter hair and everything. I think this is supposed to be like an older season, I guess, right? I'm not sure. Is it not?
This is so nice. Not to complain, I just thought that the afterlife would look a little less like your old office.
This literally is the afterlife. Oh shit, this is after she went here. Yeah, she got younger too. They all, well, they both did, I guess.
I want to be right first sight.
Well, that would be in the IT department 7 floors down.
You sure?
Oh.
You're cute.
He was spying on
Too
her.
bad you're, you know, dead. Which is obviously a lot worse for you than it is for me.
I forgot all about that terrible hair that he used to have.
Lucky for us, we have all the time in the world for me to tell it to you.
Wow. That was perfect, man. That was a perfect way to end the show. Jesus Christ, that was such a good episode too. Oh my god. Alright guys, I will be reflecting some more on the end of this show, like I said, in some of the future Flash episodes for sure. For now, I want to thank you all a lot for watching. I want to thank you all a lot for having watched my reactions to this show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you all on the channel very soon.